back, students. Today I am here with a new topic, that is the transportation in the plants for the class 10th of the chapter Life Processes. Let us begin with the transport of the water and minerals. The plant absorbs water and minerals from the soil by means of roots. These nutrients and the water are transported to the various parts of the plant like the stem, leaves and flowers. The phenomenon of upward movement of the water is called ascent of sap. Only a small quantity of the water is used up in metabolic process and growth of the plant. The plants require water and mineral salts for making food by the process of photosynthesis and other functions. Let us study about the structure of xylem. These are also called the vascular tissues as help in the transportation of the materials in the plant body. These are of two types, xylem and phloem. Xylem or the wood structure. It is a complex tissue and is formed of four types of cells: tracheids, vessels, xylem parenchyma and sclerenchymal fibers. Out of these, most abundant are the vessels, which are dead, long-sized and multicellular. The cells are tubular and placed end to end. Their end walls are dissolved to form the continuity. In the tracheids, on the other hand, end walls remain intact and are perforated only by the small holes. The long vessels provide an ideal system for the transport of the large amounts of water over long distances. These are similar to the tracheids but are shorter and wider than the tracheids. Function of the xylem. Xylem helps in the upward movement of the water and minerals called ascent of sap from the roots of the various parts of a shoot. It also helps in the mechanical support. Now let us study about the mechanism of the transport of water and minerals. It takes place by transpiration pull theory, which is based on the following features. Number 4, that is the cohesion. Mutual attraction between the water molecules is called cohesion. This cohesive property leads to the formation of an unbroken columns of the water in the xylem. They are placed one above the another with their end walls perforated, thus forming a continuous channel. Next one, that is the tension. Transpiration pull develops a negative pressure or tension in the xylem sap. In fact, evaporation of the water molecules from the cells of a leaf, that is known as transpiration, creates a suction force which pulls the water from the xylem cells of the roots. Thus, transpiration pull helps in the absorption and upward movement of the water and minerals dissolved in it from the roots to the upper parts of the plant, such as the leaves. Now next, that is the transpiration. Plants absorb water in the large quantities from the soil with the help of the roots. Only a small portion of these enters into the composition of the plant. Most of the water is lost by the aerial parts of the plant in the form of water vapor. The evaporation of the water from the surface of the aerial parts of the plant is known as transpiration. Kinds of transpiration. Transpiration takes place from all aerial organs of the plants, but most water is lost through the leaves. That is the foliar transpiration. Transpiration is of the following types. Number 4, that is the stomatal transpiration. Leaves possesses many minute pores called the stomata. 80 to 90% of water is lost by the stomatal transpiration. Next, that is the cuticular transpiration. An outer covering is called the cuticle. It is present in many plants. Water molecules diffuse into the atmosphere through the epidermal cells. Third, that is the lenticular transpiration. Minute permanent openings develop in the stem of some woody plants. Some water is lost continuously through the lenticles. However, it is approximately 0.1% of the total water loss. Now the factors affecting the transpiration. There are numerous factors which affect the transpiration. Some of these are as follows. Number 1, that is the external factors. Number 1, that is light. Second, that is the humidity of air. Third one, that is the temperature. Fourth one, that is the wind. And fifth one, that is the availability of water. Second factor which affects the transpiration, that is internal factor. The structure of the leaves, their thickness, how much thick cuticle is present, waxy coating on the leaves, sunken stomata, covering of the dead hair on the leaves decreases transpiration. That is why these adaptations are found in the xerophytes. Transpiration takes place from all aerial organs of the plant, but most of the water is lost through the leaves. That is the foliar transpiration. Stomatal transpiration, that is water vapors diffuses out of these stomata into the atmosphere. This is known as the stomatal transpiration. Cuticular transpiration, that is an outer covering called the cuticle. It is present in many plants. Water molecules diffuse into the atmosphere through the epidermal cells. Now students, the next part, that is the vascular tissue phloem we were talking about, I will discuss in the next video, that is the transport of food and other substances. So please be continue with this topic for the life processes and stay tuned. Thank you so much.